Running up digits, counted up 6 stacks. My money flipping, let's take a trip, splash. Standing on business, tycoon rich. I'm rich. Look at my chips, yeah. I'm getting rich. Running up digits, counted up 6. My money flipping, let's take a trip, splash. Standing on.
All right, great morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today we're going to get straight into our rules, get to the chart, and see what opportunities we have for today. Okay, so real quick, our futures trading rules. The first thing we determine if the market is ranging or if it's trending. So if we go look at the market on a 15-minute chart, we can see right now that the market is ranging. So we're just kind of stuck in this little area right here. Okay, came off a nice downward slope, found some major support yesterday, and then we came up to the upside here. So we'll see how price reacts at these levels here, this 19,501.75 level, and then we have this 19,275 level here. Okay, so because the market conditions are ranging, now we focus on the ranging rules, right? So we use the STC indicator via trading view on the 15-minute chart to determine directional bias for trade. So the STC, it looks like this, and I'll point it out when we go back to the chart. But think of it like a roller coaster. When you're at the bottom of the roller coaster, this is considered oversold. So that means the market has to correct itself and eventually go up. When you're at the top of the roller coaster, you expect the roller coaster to go down. This is considered overbought. So we're looking for the market to possibly go down. Okay, now this is just a layer of confluence. This isn't the all be all. We look for BPC for final confirmation. Okay, so step 2 says once you determine that directional bias, you look for your alert, and you look for BPC rejection or confirmation as well. Okay, so we're going to pretty much see if the market gives us that opportunity, guys. And if we have, I would love to see a BPC at those 2 levels right there. So yesterday we got our BPC, but we didn't get that full continuation. Again, our take profit was here and we got snatched right here. So we have to kind of, just considering how the market has moved with those moves, when we get close to our TP1, we might have to just go ahead and break even to prevent, possible, just depending on the spacing of the move, but to protect that position in case if it reverses before it moves, in the direction it wants to move. Okay, so again, so we're looking for BPC here or BPC here. Okay, so if we get a BPC here, right? If we get a BPC here, what we're looking at is the candle to break out of here, pull back to this level, and give us continuation at these levels here. Maybe we can get some continuation here, okay, to the upside. If we see a BPC on the downside, it's the opposite, right? So we get a BPC here, and we get a breakout, pullback, continuation type of motion here. Okay, so that's the type of motion we will look for, the downside. Now, if we get a rejection, a BPC rejection, meaning we might get a false breakout, and we come back into the channel, we can look for a possible sell, just depending on how far that sell. If it comes all the way down here, then I probably wouldn't take that because it's too close to our next key level, right? But if we get our sell and we're in this area here, that's okay because now the distance is worth the reward. Okay, so that's what we're looking for when it comes to our market analysis for today. We are a minute and 20 seconds out from market opening. I'm on the 15-minute chart again. This is what I use for the analysis. And great morning to everybody that has joined. Okay, great morning. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna pretty much go from there and see what we get. All right. So we have 1 minute, guys. 1 minute until the market opens, and let's see what we have cooking for today. All right. Let me go to the 5 minute here. So also keep in mind when we're looking at the BPC at these key levels, we're looking at that off of the 1 minute because it helps us give a quicker entry. Okay, a quicker entry. So let's see what the market gives us for today. Okay, 35 seconds, guys. 35 seconds. And we're going to be patient and wait for our entries. And so if we get into a good entry, we have to pretty much be a little bit more cognitive of managing it once we're in, just because the last couple of trades we got in good entries, but they didn't get to that next key level. So we just kind of want to be a little attentive of that. Okay, let me look at this volume order book here, see what we got going on. Do we have anything? No, nothing on here. Okay. All right, guys. Market is open. Market is open. So let's see what we have here. And we're going to pretty much determine what our entry will be based on price action. I'm actually going to get rid of this level here. I like this this area right here. Okay, we break here, BPC. We break here, BPC. Whether it's a confirmation or rejection, we know how to approach the trade. Okay, so we have 4 minutes and 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle here. Okay, on the 1 minute, this is what it's looking like right here on the 1 minute. Okay, so we want to see some type of price action right here on the 1 minute. Okay, all right, so we want to see what that looks like on this side here. But for those of you all that aren't familiar with BPC, what it stands for, okay, it's three breakdowns here. We have breakout. That's what the B stands for, meaning price breaks out of the channel, pull back. Okay, it pulls back to that previous key level, okay, and continuation continues to the downside or continues to the upside. The continuation is like our final confirmation to actually get into the trade. Okay, that's our confirmation. So between that pullback and continuation piece, that's where we kind of determine it. And so we have a one-step continuation, then we have a two-step continuation. One-step continuation kind of looks like this. So we break out here, we pull back, right? But we might have two candles here that pulls us back to this level instead of one. We get a candle here that engulfs this candle, but it doesn't break this level, right? So we don't know if we're going to get a double bottom here, right? A W. So in this case here, we will want it to break and then enter and take it down to the next key level. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. Right now, we don't have too much action. We do have news today, guys, at 10 a.m. 2 red folders. Okay, at 10 a.m. All right, and so if we look at that, let's go look at the news real quick while we're waiting. Okay, we see that there is ISM manufacturing PMI and JOLTS job openings. So if I look at the details here, I just click on this folder and it says level of diffusion index based on survey purchasing managers in the manufacturing industry. Okay, and then if we look at the JOLTS job openings, that talks about the number of job openings during a reported month, excluding the farming industry. So you can imagine that if it's positive, there's probably more job opening, and if it's negative, there's less job openings. Okay, so that's where we are in regards to the news. If you want to kind of get more detail, you can go to Yahoo Finance to look at that as well. Okay, so just go to Yahoo Finance, and it just kind of gives you the most recent news that's happening in the financial market. Okay, all right, so let's go take a look at the chart and see where we are. All right, it looks like we're getting a little bit of support here, finding some push to the upside possibly on the 5-minute chart. But again, we're in between this range right here. So what I would like to see, okay, is price to give us a BPC either here or here. Anything in between the channel is risky. Okay, so let's go to the higher time frame and let's see what we have going. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, happy Tuesday. Happy new day, Coach Blue and the fam. Absolutely, Mary. Absolutely. Happy new day. Okay, so let's go back here and let's see what we have going right now? If we look at let's go back here. Okay, so if we look at this price action right now, we're not getting too much movement right now from these candles from our market open. So that tells me that there might be a lot of traders that might be waiting until the news happens at 10 o'clock to to make a decision before they get into their trades. Okay, for me personally, if we're not in the trade by 9:40, 9:45, then I'm going to hold off until market opens. Okay, so that's the basis of that. So one of the things that you guys have to also kind of keep in mind when we're looking at this is once you're in the trade, you have to be able to manage it properly. Okay. So if we look at yesterday's trade, let's go look at yesterday's trade. All right. And I'm gonna highlight where we entered and where the price reversed on us. Okay. So let me just go, let's do a quick little replay here. I always like to go back and look at previous trades, whether it's good or bad, so we can see how to constantly improve. Okay, it's like watching film. Like if you're playing sports, you know what watching film means, right? Okay, so you can go back and correct those, whatever it is. Okay, so this candle right here is our 9:30 candle. So if we go to the 1 minute, we can see that price just dropped. Okay, so this was our area here that I wanted to see a breakout. So we got a strong breakout here. I did not enter until I got my BPC though. All right. So I don't chase the moves. Okay. I like to look for my setups. And then once I see my setup, then I get in. Okay. So after these, what is this? 3 consecutive candles here that happen. Okay. We go here, price pull back, right? And now we got our pullback here. And then here was our continuation right here. Once price broke that level right there, that's where I entered. And then we get to this part right here. Here was our take profit. And right before I take profit, price reversed. Okay. And because the spacing was so tight between here and the next take profit, it was, in my opinion, too soon to break even. Okay. So that's what we got to kind of be conscious of when we're looking at the trades today. So let's go see. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any movement here. All right. Let's go back to the 5 minute. Okay. So no movement here so far. All right. So that's what we got to kind of be conscious of moving forward. It's just maybe either setting the take profit a little bit closer or basically putting our stop loss at break even. It's kind of hard to do that if the distance between where you are and your next key level is tight. But if you have like a longer distance, like something like this, if we get a breakout here, that's an easy play to do, right? But if it's a tighter space, like on the upside, we don't have that much space until our next key level. But on the downside, we have more spacing here. So in that case, let's say on the upside here, we break out pullback continuation, right? We set our stop loss right before this key level here. So not necessarily close to the line, but a little bit beneath it so we can hit that target. Okay. So that's just a small minor adjustment, moving forward, because I've noticed in the past 2 or 3 days from trading, that's been happening where we would enter in the right direction, but then price would reverse and then we would get, and then price would go in the opposite direction. Okay. So if you have questions, guys, please feel free to ask. I try to answer those as best as I can. So make sure you guys are asking questions if you do have any questions about what I just explained. Okay? So it is 9:38. Still no real movement right now in the market. Okay? No real movement. So we're going to see at 9:55, 10 o'clock, we'll see if we get some movement from the news. Okay? Which I'm thinking we probably will. But we're going to wait for our breakdown before we enter that trade. Okay? So, while we're waiting, let's talk about where we are right now. So, for those of you that are new, we are trading NASDAQ. Okay? We are trading NASDAQ. So, NASDAQ is an index that pretty much is comprised of some of the top tech and health companies in the United States. So, these are some of the companies that most people are familiar with. Apple, Cintas, Microsoft, Ross, Adobe. We have Intel, right? So these are some monster. So these are some very familiar companies that NASDAQ is comprised of, these companies here. And so we trade the performance of these companies based on whether it's a sell or buy. We can still be profitable because we're trading futures. All right. So when we're trading futures, we are not trading our personal account. We are actually trading a prop firm account. Okay. So this is a third party called TopStep. All right. And so what they say is if you can, meet certain requirements for the prop firm, then we'll allot you a express funded account. And then from that express funded account, you can actually take some of the money from what you've earned and withdraw that into your own personal account. So for example, let's say a trader had $500. Okay. One of the main issues, two of the main issues really, is the trader might have they might have money but don't have the skill, or they have the skill and don't have the money, right? But let's just say this trader had $500. Instead of them, and they made, let's just say 15% that month. Okay, at 15%. So at 15%, okay, they made about let's see, off that $500, $75. Okay, about $75. Now, if they had a $50,000 account, okay, now they made $7,500. Okay, $7,500. So, with that scenario here, instead of you risking your own money, which gives you minimal return, right? You can't really change your life with $75. But with $7,500 and you making that in a month, that can change somebody's situation, right? If you can get this consistently, right, on top of probably whatever else you're bringing in, okay? So this person risked 500 of their own money to get 75, where this person here risked $50 of their own money to get access to $7,500. So a great risk to reward here, guys. Great risk to reward. And let me just go take a peek at the market real quick. Okay, we're still not moving right now, so we're good to go on that. Okay, so let's go to the breakdown of what they have to offer. Okay, let's go here. So they have the $50,000 combine. Okay, so myself and a couple of other students in the academy has already passed this combine. We got some other ones on the way. All right, and so what they're saying is, if you can grow this $50,000 account to $53,000 in profit without losing more than $2,000, okay, and you can use maximum 5 contracts when you're trading, so that's like 5 positions, okay, then you'll be allotted with a 50,000 express funded account. So again, you risk around $50 to get access to trade off of $50,000 worth of capital. This isn't your credit check. This isn't any of that for funding. This is skill-based funding. Okay, if you are a skillful trader, then you will put yourself in position to do that. So it's not just because it's one thing to actually have the account, but we have to continue to manage it, right? So just full disclaimer, I try to be, as transparent as possible. So I did get the 50,000, right? But I didn't follow one of the rules once I was funded, so I lost that one, right? But we back at it, right? We walk through the process, okay, and we learn from it. So now I'm at a $150,000 combine account, and I'm like a little under half away from getting to that destination. Okay, so that is the $50,000 scenario. Now let's just say you wanted to scale up and you got the $150,000 combine. Okay, so with the $150,000 combine, same scenario. Let's say you made that same 15%. Okay, now you're at about $22,000 in that month off of and you took the same trades, right? The only difference is this person had more money in the account, right? So the person that traded $50,000 and the person that traded 150, same trades. The only difference is they just have access to more capital. Okay, so with that being said, right? With the $150,000 account, you have to make $9,000 in profit. So you have to turn this 150 into $159,000. Okay, and you can't lose more than $4,500. All right, can't lose more than $4,500. So the maximum contract you can use is 15 contracts. Okay, so that's what it comes down to, because once you get these accounts, now you have to put yourself in a position where you have to manage it. Not only manage it from a risk standpoint, but your emotional standpoint. Okay, because the psychology, the trading psychology, becomes very real, and it will reveal any type of things that we need to improve on once you become funded. Okay, so if greed was one of those things, it's going to show once you become funded, because that real money is different from that demo money. Totally different, right? If fear is one of those things, it's going to show. Okay, if revenge trading is one of those things, it's going to show. So that's why when you're in the combine, you have to I always say this, from coaching, you practice the way you play. You practice the way you play. So when you transition into those express funded accounts, it's like second nature because you've already been doing it. But if you're trading one way on the combine and then you're trading another way in the express funded account, it's not going to work. You're not going to see consistent results. Okay. And that's a part of the process, because some of the things you learn about yourself and you learn what to do, right? So you can continue to grow and get that consistency. All right. So we all have our things that we have to improve on or consistently work on when it comes with trading. It's never just a final destination. Trading is a journey. And so when you get to that journey and you start to master those things, that becomes really, really, really good. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to the chart here. And let's see if we got any type of movement that's happening here. It looks like we're just kind of still stuck in this area here. Speedy Rob, I see you. I think you commented, but I don't really see what you said. But good morning, though. Great morning. Great morning. Okay, and great morning to everybody online on IG as well. Okay, so that's where the funded piece comes in. So now what we're doing here every day, well, we're live every day or every morning in the academy, but on YouTube I'm live every Tuesday at 8:40. Well, normally at 8:45, but today was at 9:25. Okay, and so we are going to see if we can get some good looks here. It looks like we're getting a little bit of push to the upside, which is good, right? We're getting closer to that 9:50 time frame, and we'll see if we can get a look here. See if we get a buy here. So two things that I'm looking for. Okay, again, a BPC rejection or a BPC confirmation. Okay, so a BPC rejection, I would have, and I'm gonna draw a green line as if it's the candle. So I would have a green candle, a bullish candle. Okay, it will break past this area. That's what I would look at. Okay, the next thing is, let's use this example for a BPC two-step confirmation. Let's use this example. Okay, the next thing is we get a pullback. So we get one red candle that comes down, then we get another red candle that comes down. So notice how this candle never comes back into the channel. Okay, it didn't just drop back in. Now, because it stayed here in this area, this is what I call a valid pullback. A valid pullback, meaning this level right here is now our level of support. Okay, so let's say the next candle is green. Okay, and it looks like we're getting some good movement here. Okay, getting some good movement here. The next candle is green. Okay, but it never broke past where we got rejected. So we would need another candle, or for this candle to break past this area here for a full level of confirmation. And then we take it to the upside. So this is a two-step confirmation, right? For continuation, because it had to break past this level, okay? Whether that was in one candle or two candles. Now, a one-step confirmation would be more so where you just have one red candle, okay? So let's say you just have one red candle here that just pull back, and then you get a green candle that engulfs this candle directly after. It only took one step for it to engulf this candle to possibly go to the upside, okay? So that's what I'm looking for on the upside. Now on the downside, it's the opposite. The downside, I'm looking for the candle to break through. Okay, we get that breakthrough. We get a pullback here. Okay, so let's just use the two-step confirmation real quick. 1, 2, okay? And then we get a red candle that engulfs it, okay, to the downside. But it breaks past this area here. Okay, that's important because sometimes what will happen is it'll come back down here, engulf, but then it'll find support again and come right back into the channel. Okay, so if it breaks, then that gives us a good indication that we could possibly continue to the downside. Okay, so that's a two-step confirmation for our bearish BPC. Okay, and then the one-step confirmation is we have our green candle that pulled back here, came back up. Okay, and then notice how this candle did not just pull all the way back into the channel. Okay, it just stopped right here where its key level is. It used it as resistance. All right, and then we had our red candle here that had engulfed this candle for continuation to the downside. That's a one-step confirmation there for continuation. Okay, so that is the BPC confirmations. Now our BPC rejections are a little bit different. BPC rejection is we get our breakout, okay, but that pullback comes back here, back into the channel, okay? It comes back in and it comes back in strong, okay? So at that point, that tells me that this level right here is not support. It's not supporting us. So price wants to reverse, reject like it did in the past, okay? Because when price got here, it went down, right? So it's rejecting like it did in the past to potentially come to the downside. Okay, so that's a BPC rejection on the bullish side. And then a BPC rejection on the bearish side is we get our breakout here. Okay, we get our breakout here. But this next candle, instead of it staying under here, it comes all the way back in. And now we get a buy to take it to the upside. Okay, so that is a BPC rejection on the bearish side. All right. So we have about 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Okay. And we're at 9:52. So remember, we do have news at 10 a.m. So we're going to see at this point right now, we're just going to wait until news happens. So we probably won't enter a trade until like 10:05 ish. Anything after that time. So, yeah, we're going to wait and see what opportunities we get here. Okay. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Okay. Great morning to everybody that has joined. All right. GM. I see you, Don Julio. Good morning, man. Good morning. Okay. So yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So let's go back to, let me see here. Let's go back to our charts here. And let's see what we get here. We're just kind of stagnant right now. It tried to push up here, but it's just kind of stuck in between the channel. If we look at the higher time frame, we are oversold, guys. We're oversold on the 15-minute. So a buy will be pretty strong. Okay, if we get a breakout pullback continuation at this area. Okay, buy will be pretty strong. Let's look at what we have on the 30-minute. On the 30-minute chart, what are we looking at? 30-minute chart, we have another situation where we're oversold. Okay, so remember that roller coaster analogy that I used here, where price just kind of goes up and down here. Okay, and so we have that oversold area. When we're at the bottom of a roller coaster, we're expecting for price to go up. And we're also getting a buy signal on the 30-minute as well. Okay, so let's see here. That's the 30-minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour we are overbought. Interesting. So we could come here and then possibly come down, right? We don't know when price wants to correct itself, but we have to be cognitive of that when we're looking at these setups. But we are oversold on the 30-minute, the 15-minute, and we're just going to see if we can get an entry for a possible buy on that, okay? Because when we're in the range, that's what we're looking for, our STC. But our full confirmation, again, is if we get a BPC at these two levels right here. Okay, that's our full confirmation. All right. So if you have questions, like I said, just let me know. But that's what we're looking for as far as today is concerned. Okay, as far as today is concerned. So the end goal here, guys, is to use and leverage OPM, other people's money, to put ourselves in position where we don't have to risk much of our own money to build capital. Once you have capital, you have more options. Okay. And so with that capital, we then put it into some other passive plays like liquidity pools or the auto trading, to continue to build yield for us. All right. And then we dump that into some savings like an IUL and stuff like that. But that's another topic, right? So one step at a time. Okay. Let's get to this goal here where we get it passed, we get our payouts, and then once we get our payouts, we then transfer that money into other vehicles so that your money is always constantly working for you. The more your money is your employees, guys. The more money you have, the more employees you can put to work. Because if you're working hard for your money should be doing the same thing for you. Okay, you're building relationships with your money, and so by doing that, you put yourself in a position where you can start to really understand and enjoy that time and that freedom that comes with trading. Okay, so we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds, guys. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on this candle here, and then it'll be 10 o'clock where we see how the price reacts to the news. So typically with news, you'll see a really big candle, right? You might see a really big red candle, or you might see a really big green candle, just depending on how impactful the news is, right? But lately, the news has just kind of been stagnant. So hopefully we get some volume from it, but if not, we just make the adjustment. And if we just kind of stay stuck here, guys, for like 20 to 30 minutes, then we'll just call it a no trading day. But hopefully we get some volume from this news that's about to happen. Okay, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And again, if you don't, every day as a trader, you guys should be checking the news before you get into the market. Okay, so you go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. You should be checking the news before you get into the market. Okay, because you can have an assessment of what you think is going to happen, but because you didn't know that news was happening, right? Now it goes in the opposite direction, and you either lose a trade or you experience what we call slippage, where it can pretty much wipe out your entire account if you're not careful. Okay, so yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Okay, 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes until the market opens. So what y'all think we gonna get into, a buy or a sell today? What's y'all assessment? What y'all think? Buy or sell today? It's kind of up in the air right now. But what y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. We get into a buy or a sell today. What is the day? Troy. Great day, Troy. Great day. Okay. Are we gonna get into a buy or a sell today? What y'all think, y'all? Buy or sell? What is the ultimate decision? Let me know in the comments section. Buy or sell? Buy or sell? Let's see. I think personally, I think we might get a buy today. I think the market is exhausted from the sales, and we get some correction. But we'll see. We'll see what this news talking about. Because if it's not a lot of jobs opening, I don't know. Market might not be too happy about that. Okay. So we have 50 seconds, guys. About 50 seconds until market opens. I'm sorry, the market is open until the news. Okay, and let's see what we are going to get today. Okay, 50 seconds or 35 now. Okay, 35, and you'll see like I will if I see price approaching this area, I'll start to get ready and start to assess where I want to put my stop loss. So let me just bring this here so I can get that ready. When I'm in a trade. Okay, so I'm kind of gauging where I want to place my stop loss before it even gets there so I can be prepared to enter at the most optimal time. Okay, so it is now 10 o'clock, guys. It's 10 o'clock. Let's see what news does for us today. Let's see what we get. Ooh, got a little bit of freezing here. Let's see. What's going to happen, y'all? Are they bearish or bullish about the news? Are they bearish or bullish about the news? Bearish is optimist. I'm sorry, bearish is it's more of a negative standpoint, not too kosher about the news, or bullish is more of an optimistic standpoint. They're positive, they're excited about it, and you typically see that reflection in the market. Okay, so we have 4 minutes left on this candle. Not too much action right now. Not too much action. But don't sleep on the news though. It'll start off slow, and then it'll creep out of nowhere and start to move like crazy. So let's see. Let's see what we get. 4 minutes, guys, until this candle close. 4 minutes, and you guys should be logged in to your account. I know we had a couple of technical issues last live session, but we locked and loaded today. We ready. We are ready. Okay. 3 minutes and 35 seconds on this candle right here that is very stubborn and doesn't know which way it wants to move. Okay, Mary, you said sell. Okay, you think it's a sell? All right. Let's see. Let's see. Mary thinks it's a sell. Troy thinks it's a sell too. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see if y'all right today. Let's see if y'all are right today. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Until this candle closes right here. Okay. Oh, we coming down a little bit. Let's see how it responds here at this little level right here. This is our ultimate support level right here, though. Right here. This is our ultimate support level. This 19,275. It breaks this level, then I think we're probably going to be headed down. Okay? So we'll see. We'll see. All right. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, guys. Let's see how this thing rocks and rolls. Let's see. Let's see. If we do get here, again, we're looking for that BPC to the downside. If we get here, we get to the BPC on the upside. Now, if it's a rejection, then we go to the 5 minute, look for our signal. Boom, we get in for a buy, take it up to the top of the range. Okay? So, either way, regardless if it breaks out or doesn't break out, we are prepared for the market. All right? 2 minutes. 2 minutes until this candle closes. Let's see what happens. All right, let me see. Let me go see what's happening on Yahoo Finance real quick. See if anything updated here. Any news update? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet, guys. Not yet. All right, let's see. 1 minute and 35. And we're not getting that much volume on this candle, y'all. We're not getting that much volume on this candle. We are really stuck in between this area right here. We are stuck in between this area right here. And it looks like the buyers are trying to creep in here. Okay? For those of you that are new, understand that these are candles, okay? The body of the candle, that's this part here, that's called the bar. And then this line right here, this skinny line, that's called the wick. Okay, that's called the wick. Okay, so we have 55 seconds. 55 seconds until this candle closes. What will happen? It looks like the market is indecisive right now. Okay. When you see something called a doji, which means like where prices just kind of, let me see if I can draw it out. When you see like it looks like a cross a little bit, or maybe a really small body, right? Doji meaning the price does not know if it wants to go to the upside, continue to the upside, or reverse and come to the downside. So that's a doji, guys. Okay, we're not experiencing that right now, but it was looking like that for a minute. Okay, 5 seconds. 5 seconds to this candle close. It is trying to come down. There is some support here that we have to be conscious of as well. Okay, and let's see if we get an opportunity here. Let's see if Troy and Mary are right. They said sell today. They said sell. What do you other guys think? What do y'all think? We gonna get into a buy or sell? What the rest of y'all think? Buy or sell? Y'all think we gonna get into a buy or a sell? What do y'all think? Okay, let me know. Let me know. Okay, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Here we go. Here we go. 4 minutes until this candle closes here, and we are going to go from there. If you have questions, guys, please ask. Okay, please ask your questions. The more questions you ask, it not only helps you, but it also helps other people that are viewing it as well. Okay, so that's extremely important. Okay, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on this candle. Okay, on this candle. Let me know if Mike or Sylvester or Kelly. Let me know what you guys think. Think it's gonna be a buy or sell today? What y'all think? All right, so we got 3 minutes. Or if anybody else is new online, let me know if you guys think it's gonna be a buy or sell. Okay. All right, so let's see. We are now on a 5 minute. So prior to the market open, we were overbought here, but now on the 5 minute, guys, we are oversold as well. Okay, I see it finding some support here, possibly if we get to this level. But we have to break past here in order for me to feel confident, because if you get into a sell here and then support is here, it can easily bounce back against you. Okay, so we are looks like it's trying to push down though. It's trying to push down. Definitely trying to push down. This is a level right here, support. So we'll see. Excuse me. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna tighten this up just a little bit. This zone right here. There we go. And we are at the bottom of the range now. Okay. We're at the bottom of the range. Okay, no trade today, Mike. Okay, I got you. Sylvester says a sell. Good morning, Kelly. She says a sell too. Okay. All right, guys. We have to be aware of the others' news. Exactly. Exactly. So this is actually news what we're experiencing right now, Sylvester. It's not that impactful right now, but it might start to move in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see. But we are approaching the bottom of our range here. So the next thing that I'm doing at this point is, as we get closer, let's see, if we get like right here, then I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the 1 minute so I can see if we can look for some possible entries here. Okay? Look for some possible entries here. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. We'll see if it closes this strong, though. Remember, always let your candles close, guys. You don't want to make a definitive decision on a candle that has not decided what it wants to do yet. And the only way it truly decides is when it's closed. Okay, not while it's still in motion. Okay, so we have 50 seconds left on this candle right here. 50 seconds. And We're going to see if it closes out strong. Let's see what's happening on the 1 minute here. Okay. All right. So we're getting a little bit of downward movement here. Let's see here. See how this candle closes right here. If it engulfs this candle, we might be trying to find some early support. If it doesn't, we might can at least retest down here. Okay, 5 seconds left. See how this candle closes. All right, not bad. Not bad. It didn't engulf it, but they're like almost equal size. So this can go one way or the other. This can go one way or the other. All right. But right now, we're just being patient, and we're going to wait. We're going to wait. We are going to wait. What the commander, Sylvester said, what the commander in chief does with the tariffs. Yeah, for sure. And they're thinking that, they're saying that he probably, like right here, if we go to Yahoo Finance real quick, it's saying that it's going to be hard for him to basically pass all of those tariffs. So this is going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. Very interesting. Okay. So we are getting closer to our level here. It's trying to get here. Okay, let's see how it responds. Remember, we need our BPC on the downside, guys. We need our BPC on the downside. Okay? On the downside. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's trying to break. It's trying to break here. Getting closer, getting closer. All right, and for everybody that's on IG, great morning. Great morning. All right, here we go, guys. We're getting closer to our target where we want to look for potential entry, okay? So now what I'm doing is I'm looking for my potential stop loss. So I already know that I want price to break here, right? So this is my first level of what I call defense or resistance, right? My second level of resistance is here, okay? My second level of resistance is right above this line right here. So it'll be like right here. Okay, that's what I would look for, potential stop loss, because past support is future resistance. All right, so I will bring that up. Let me just move this here. This would be my potential, and I'll put potential sell stop loss so that it's not confusing. Potential sell stop loss. All right, that's where I will put my stop right there if we got in here. Okay, and let's see. Actually, I can move it down just a little, right? Because we had some resistance here. So, yep, 19,339.75 is my potential stop loss. That is my potential stop loss. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see if we can get a push to the downside. Prices is easing its way on here, down here, but we gotta get a breakthrough. We gotta get a breakthrough. Now, keep in mind, we are oversold on the 5 minute, the 15, and the 30. Okay? So it's going to be very interesting to see what price does here. Is it going to break through for us, or are we going to get a BPC rejection? Okay, so here we go. It's 4 minutes, 40 seconds left on this candle here. And what I'm looking for is a break. I need price to fully break through this level right here. Fully break through. You can see price action is starting to pick up a little bit. Okay, here we go. So it's 20 seconds left. 20 seconds. We're getting a wick here, which tells me that there's some buyers here that wants to hold price at this level. So we'll see who wins. If it breaks through, then the sellers are able to continue to push price down. But if it holds, that means that there's enough buys at this level to potentially push price to the upside. Okay, so we got another wick. We got another wick right here. So let's see. Is this candle going to break for us? We got to let it close. Remember, we got to let it close. We don't want to fake out here. We do not want a fake out. Okay, look at that. See, it's finding support here. Okay, we never got our breakout, guys. We never got our breakout. Still 35 seconds left on this candle. Looks like the buyers are trying to come in. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, 25 seconds. 25 seconds, guys. 25 seconds. Here we go. Okay, 15 seconds left on this candle right here. And if it stays beneath this area, we might be still good for the sale. But if it breaks past that area with strength, I don't know. We'll see. This candle don't look too promising though, the way it closed though. Let's see what this next candle look like. Okay, let's see what this next candle looks like. Yep, there's our rejection right there. Okay, let me put a little line right here too, because this is a small little level right here I need to be conscious of. Alright, looks like we're trying to find some support here, y'all. What we got going? Let's see. Okay, now I need to start plotting for my buy. So let me go to the 5 minute and see if we get some major support here. Okay, if we do, this would be my first level. So my stop loss would be right here if we get a buy. Okay, so this is my stop loss for a sell. This is my stop loss for a buy. Alright. Now we're getting some more rejection here. Let's see. Go back to the 1 minute. Here we go, guys. Alright, so look at this. If this candle, okay, so we got a break here. There's our break right there, guys. The body of this candle broke past this level. Okay? But now, what are we looking for? BPC what? Confirmation. This looks like a potential BPC rejection. If the candle closes back into the channel, remember we talked about this. So here's our break here, right? Our pullback should be around this area here, and then we get a continuation here. But let's see how it closes. Let's see how it closes. We have 22 seconds left on this candle right here. Very interesting. Strong candle. And look how it's engulfing this candle right here. So that means the body of this candle, this is the body, is bigger than the body of this candle. That's what engulfing candle means. Okay? A bullish engulfing candle. The green candle is bigger than that one. Okay? Nice strong candle there. Nice strong candle. Let me go to the 5 minute. Alright, so we're still in play here. We're still in play. Okay, that's the 15. Let me go to the 5. Alright, we got to see what happens here. It's all about being patient, y'all. It's going to reveal itself. It's going to let us know if it wants to break all the way through or if it wants to reverse. And whichever way, that's the way we determine our trade based on that direction. Okay? 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what we get here. Okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions, but we're just watching right now. Jaleesa Bird. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm new to the channel. Looking forward to a great trading day. Absolutely. Welcome, Jaleesa. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we're looking forward to it as well. So what we're waiting on right now, we're trying to see if price wants to give us a BPC, which we call a breakout pullback continuation, right? So that means the candle. So let me go to the 1 minute so I can explain a little bit more. Okay. So this is our key level here, this yellow line. Okay. We got a breakout on this candle here because the body of the candle closed, but we pulled back into the channel. Now, if we get a red candle that breaks past this area here, then I will look for a sale, right? Because now what it's telling me is that this is not a level of support anymore, okay? And we know with support, that's your floor. So if you throw the ball to the floor, price bounces up. But if you don't have the floor anymore, then it just continues to break down, okay? So let's see what we have here. We're right back at this area again, and I'm getting prepared, okay, for a potential sale soon. So I'm going to go ahead and click sell. I'm not in the sale yet. I'm just getting prepared for it. And I'm plotting out my risk management right now. So if this candle breaks or the next candle breaks past here, right, my stop loss would be at 19,329. 19,329.25. Okay, that's where my stop loss would be. So my goal is not to risk more than $750 per trade. Okay, so based on 6 contracts, I'm at 525. Okay, so I might can throw one more in there at 7. All right, that puts me at 560. So let's see what 8 would give me. 8, okay, 8 is kind of like right there on the line there. So let's see what we get. Okay, so here we go, guys. That next candle, all right, let's see what this candle does. If this one breaks past, then I'm going to get into a sell. If it doesn't, then it looks like we're forming what we call a double bottom, which is a W. Okay, support here. Okay, and when we see a W, we know that price wants to push to the upside. So this is why we wait for all of our confirmations here. Okay, 35 seconds. 35 seconds, guys, until this candle closes right here. It's looking pretty weak. Let's see. Oh, I like it. Let's see. I'm going to let it close. I'm going to let it close. We don't want to get faked out. If the body of that candle closes beneath this white line, I'm getting into a sell. Okay? I'm going to get into a sell. Okay, we got 5 seconds left. All right, I'm in a sell. I'm in a sell. I am currently in a sell. Okay, so let's look at our targets here. Let me go to the 15-minute, and let's look at our targets. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down here to give me a little bit of space here. Okay, so TP1, let's look at this. TP1 would be here. Okay, 19,206. And then TP2 is 19,144. Okay, if we look at the 15-minute, we got a sell alert as well. 30-minute looks like it's trying to come in. Let's see the 5-minute. We got a 5-minute sell alert as well. Okay, so let's go look at this from a so let me just put this here. Let me put this in the chat here. But my TP1 and my stop loss, I'm gonna type that out so you guys can see it where I am. Okay, so my stop loss. Always have your stop loss in place. Okay, always have your stop loss in place. Is, let's see, 19,329. Okay, 19,329. Let's see, let me type that here. 19,329.25. That's my stop loss. My take profit one is 19,206.25. 0.25. That's my TP1. And then TP2 is, let's see, move that up a little bit. 19,155. 19,155.25. Okay, so those are my levels right there. 19,001 time. Oh, it looks like we getting some pushback here, y'all. What's going on? Let's see. They duped us out this time. Let's see. All right, so we did get our break past this area. Let's see if this level holds as resistance here. If not, then we know we're looking for our buy for sure. Okay, we're looking for our buy for sure. But let's see if it holds. We getting to be real close to that stop loss though. Real close. So let's see. 30 seconds left on this candle right here. Let's see if we can hold our level. Okay. 25 seconds. Stopped out. So we got faked out again. Okay. So now what I'm looking at now, I'm on the 5-minute. I'm looking for a potential buy now. So when I see a buy alert come in, okay, that's when I'm going to enter that, because now what's happening is price came all the way out here, right? Broke past these two levels, but then it came right back in. Okay, so it broke past two levels and then made a reverse. All right, so what we do is we stay objective and we get right back into a better position. Okay, so that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket when you take your trades. Okay, so that way you get another opportunity to get back into the market. So I'm looking for a potential buy here because now we're at the bottom of the range and prices come back into the channel. So if we look at here, if we look to the left, we can see where price came here, there's our buy, and then price, what did it do? It went to the upside. Okay, so every time price got near this area, the range, price moved to the upside. So by getting into a buy here, we're looking for price to pretty much do the same type of price action here. Okay, so where are we right now? I'm on the 5 minute here. Let's see if we get our buy confirmation here for potential entry. Okay, let's see what we get here, because right here is a resistance, so we really need to break past this area here. So let's see if let's see what we get here. Well, we did get a buy on the 1 minute, but let's see if we get a buy off of the 5 minute, because we want to make sure it's enough volume to try to get us to the next level at the top there. Okay, so we got 4 minutes, and let's see what happens. Let's see how this candle closes here. Okay, let's see how this candle closes. A lot of fake outs these past couple of days, y'all. All right, looks like our buy is coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready for a buy. My stop loss will be, see here, my stop loss will be 19,282.25. That's where my stop loss will be. So let me go ahead and type that in. Okay, so 19,282.25, and then take profit would be, I would adjust that once we get in, just based on where we are. Okay, but based on 8 contracts where we are, that would be too much. Let me see. This is one level of support. So I use my stop loss, guys. I use 2 previous levels of support. So if price breaks past here, this would be our first level of support. This would be our second level. So I would actually put it right beneath this red candle right here. Okay, so that's 19,304. 19,304 if we get a buy. 19,304 if we get a buy. Okay, so at 8 contracts, that's good. 9 contracts. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So I'll leave it at 9 for right here. Okay, so let's see how this candle closes. We still have 3 minutes left though, so it has to close strong before we actually enter that trade there. Okay, but I'm getting prepared for a buy. I'm not in a buy yet, but I'm getting prepared for a buy, and we're gonna see if we can get to the top of this range right here, guys. Let's see if we can get to the top of this range right here. Okay, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And let's see what we can get for today. Okay, let's see. So that first sell, that was a major fake out right there. I had to get into on that one, because price clearly broke on the 1 minute. It broke this level here. Okay, it broke 2 levels. It broke this one and this one. And so once it broke, it started to come right back in. Okay, so that was a major fake out. That was a major fake out there. And it could be a possible stop hunt depending on the way this candle look right here. But 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes. 2 minutes until this candle close, and then we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. All right. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. But that's what we're looking at. Let's see if price holds this level of support, which I believe it will. Okay, we do have a nice strong engulfing candle on the 5 minutes. So this green candle that came up here engulfed this one here. Again, we're finding support at this level right here where it found support in the past. Okay, and we might just get like a W here. We might get a W here and possibly take it to the upside. So here's our legs for our W. We have one leg coming down. Here's one leg here. Here's the second leg coming up, which is that green candle. This third leg is the red candle. And then the fourth leg will be a green candle to take us to a possible upside entry. Okay, we got a minute left if we do get a W, if we get a double bottom. Okay, that's what I will be potentially looking at. Okay, so we got a minute left on this candle. Now, if this candle just closes strong and we get a buy, then I'm going to take it. But if it doesn't, then we'll wait for that setup. Okay, and be patient and wait for that setup. It's 10:30 right now. Let's see. The buy is trying to creep in, but I'm not in anything yet. Okay, my stop loss would be my potential stop loss for this would be, as this is one level of support here, second level 19,304. 19,304 would be my potential stop loss right here. Okay, but we don't have anything yet. We don't have anything yet. It's 15 seconds left on this candle, and it looks like it's really indecisive here. Really indecisive. Let's see, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Not enough volume for me to get into a buy yet. Not enough volume for me to get into a buy yet. I can't make a decision off of that. That's not enough for me. All right. So let's see what these next couple of candles look like. 9:45. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But let's see if we can get an entry in before then. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if we get some push from here. Let's see if we get a push right here, guys. 4 minutes. This is a fresh 5-minute candle right here. Let's see what we get. If this one closes out at a good buy, then I'll go ahead and get in. Okay. But I'm not going to hop in until the candle closes. Okay. So breaking past this area right here, that's a good sign right there. If we break past this area, let me put a little small line. If we break past this area right here, that's a great sign. Let me go ahead and put that right there. Break past this area right here, that's a great sign. Okay? That's a great sign for our buy. But let's see if we can do it. Okay? Let's see if we can do it. 3 minutes and 55 seconds left on this candle. And let's see what's happening on the 1 minute too in this area. Let's see what we got going. All right. Getting some momentum here. Let's see. Nice little push. You got to see if this candle is going to close above, though. You got to see if this candle is going to close above. If we close above, we're definitely getting a buy on the 5 minute. But we got to break past it for us to really be confident in the buyers here. Right now, they're getting a little bit of pushback. We're getting that wick right there at that candle. So let's see what happens on that. Okay. 10 seconds on this candle right here. 10 seconds left on this candle right here. Okay. Still haven't breaking through this little line right here. We need to break through. If this candle, if the candle closes above that, then I'll go ahead and probably get in. But if it doesn't, then we're looking at something different here. Because if we get rejected, already rejected once here, if it rejects twice, then the bulls aren't as strong as we would assume that they would be. Not bad, not bad. Still has to break though. Has to close above, guys. Has to close above. Okay? Has to close above. Here we go. It is 15 seconds on this candle right here. 15 seconds. Still nothing, right? So that tells me that this is some resistance right here. We got some resistance right here. The bulls have to push through this resistance. Okay, they have to push through the resistance. There's our one. Okay, let's see. All right, 50 seconds left. 50 seconds left on this candle right here. We just kind of stagnant. We're moving sideways now right here at this level. It's going to make a decision soon, though. It's definitely going to make a decision soon. Got about, what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes left on a 5-minute candle? Yeah, a minute and a half on a 5-minute candle. All right, so let's see what we get here. It's getting some pushback for sure, though, right here. We need more body in this candle. If it has more wick than the body, then that tells us it's a weak candle. We can't make any decisions off of that. All right, this is a strong body right here. That's strong body right there. Okay, 1 minute, guys. 1 minute till this candle closes. 1 minute. All right, here we go. Here we go. 55 seconds. Are we going to get a buy, or is it going to reject hard at this level here? That's what we got to figure out. If it closes out in a buy, then I'll hop in. But if not, I'm not getting in. Okay? But my buy is already set and it's already ready. All right? It's already set and it's already ready. So we got 30 seconds left. And I'm going to wait till this thing closes because it's a lot of back and forth right here. A lot of back and forth. 20 seconds. Here we go. 15. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let's see. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm in a buy. I'm in a buy, guys. I'm in a buy. Okay. Let me go ahead and place my levels here. So you guys can see where we are. Okay, so my take profit is going to be up here at the top of the range. I think we can get there. At least here. I think that's a good spot right there. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me go ahead and type out my levels here so you guys can see it. All right. Actually, I can just change it from here. Okay. So stop loss is at 19,304. Stop loss is at 19,304. Okay. TP1 is at 19,460. 460.50. And then TP2 would probably be 19,554. 19,554. 19,554. Oops, too many fives. All right, so that's what we're looking at for that. Okay, those are my two levels right there. So we got stop loss, take profit, and TP1 and TP2 for the buy. All right, so we're in it. Let's see what we get here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move this down here. Getting a nice little push here. Nice little push. Let's see if we can keep going though. Let's see if we can keep going. Okay. And again, I'll stay on for another 10 minutes to, talk about how I'm managing the trade. And then we'll go from there. But I am in a buy for MNQ, trading NASDAQ. MNQ1. That's the E-mini NASDAQ. Okay. I am in a buy. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions or anything. Okay, Mary said, looks like we're ranging. Yep, it came right back into a range, Mary. Yep, it came right back into a range. Okay. So let's see. We're getting a little push here. Let's see if we can keep going though. See if we can keep going to the upside. Let me see. On the 1 minute here, let me go back to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay, nope, we're good. All right, cool. Okay, so on the 1 minute, we can see that we did break past here. Okay, we broke past here. It's trying to. We get a nice little candle above that. That'll be good if it closes. That'll be good. I would love to see that. That's a small candle, so I don't know. But that's what we're looking at on the 1 minute. Here's our entry here, which is, so I'll change this color so it's not confusing. Okay. So that's what we're looking at, y'all. That's what we're looking at. So we just ride this thing on up, see if it continues to push up for us. And then, we go from there. Okay. We go from there. All right, so let's see nice push. Nice push, y'all. There we go. They waking up a little bit. Let's see. They might be waking up. Go ahead and break even, guys. If you want to take profit at this area here, you can definitely do that. But definitely break even at this point right here. Okay, break even. This will be a good target for a first TP1. Okay. My TP1 is further up, but if you want to take your profits now, that will be a good target too. Why? Because if we look to the left, we see that there is some resistance here, but it looks like it's breaking past that resistance. Okay, so that's a good thing there. Okay, here we go. Nice push, guys. Nice push. I don't know. The buyer's got some momentum here. I'm gonna extend my TP to TP2, but I'm gonna manage it though. Okay, so now what I'm about to do is, because this was our level of resistance here, right? That's our next level of resistance. So past resistance is future support. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in some profit. I'm gonna lock in profit right here. Okay, I'm locking in profit right about here. Right here. I'll put my level in the chat. But it's at 19,376.25. That's my new level right there. That's where I locked in profit. Okay. 19,376.25. Okay. That's where I locked in my profit. And I'm going to adjust it just a little bit, guys. Just a little bit. Move it down just a little bit, about right there. Okay. 19,373.25 is my new stop loss. All right. So I'm going to type that in as well so you can see it. New stop loss is 19,378. Let's see, 378.25. 0.25. That's my new stop loss right there. Okay. Got it? All right. So let's see what we got cooking. Let's see if we can keep going. See what price does for us. All right. Again, if you want to take profit here, this is a good level. This is a good level to take your profit. If you want to take profit here, I'm going to hold mine though. I'm going to hold mine. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Okay, so we're moving up now a little bit past this area. So I'm going to lock in some more profit, guys. Let's see. Let me see how this candle closed first. And then I'm going to move it up just a little bit more. So you guys can see where I am. Okay? You guys can see where I am. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Close to $1,200, over $1,200 in running profit right now. Over $1,200 in running profit. Here we go. Okay. So now I'm going to lock in more profit now. I'm going to go ahead and lock in more profit. And I'm going to bring my stop loss to about right. Let's see. About right there. Okay. So that's, what is that? 19,387.75 is my new stop loss. Okay. That's my new stop loss. All right. Now, right here, guys, it might reject hard. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for that, okay? Especially at this level right here, because our TP1 is at 19,460. So that's about right here, okay? 19,460. So we see that there was a lot of selling pressure here, okay, in the past. So I would expect the same thing, but I moved my stop loss up here because I see some momentum from the buyers here. So they might have enough momentum to continue to push price to the upside. Okay, remember I was saying earlier on the live that that price might find its way to correct itself. Okay, because we had a lot of sell-offs. So let's see if we get that here. This is beautiful. This is a good move, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock in a little bit more profit here now. Okay, I'm locking in more profit. Okay, so my stop loss is now at 19,396. Stop loss is at 19,396. Beautiful, beautiful move here. All right, here's our test right here. Okay, so TP1 is about to hit. TP1 hit, guys. TP1 hit. Great job for everybody that hit TP1. Okay, TP1 hit. I'm at 1,900 in running profit right now. So because TP1 hit, this was TP1 here, I'm going to go ahead and lock some more profit in now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lock some more profit in. I'm going to go right here. This is my new stop loss right here. Okay. So I'm at, let's see, 19,424. 19,424. All right. That's where I am. It looks like it's trying to break. We'll see. If it doesn't, we expect it to do what it was supposed to do anyway. at this level. Okay, but I would look for what we call a double. Now, if I get a double top here, if I get this, I'm gonna go ahead and get out. Okay, but if we get something like where price goes here, and let me give it just a little bit more space here, just a little bit more space right there. Okay, I don't want it. I don't want it too tight. But if we go here, right, where price comes here, comes down here, finds support, right, and then we get an engulfing candle to possibly go to the top of this range here, that would be a good move. Okay, then I would stay in the trade. So you notice how my stop loss is right beneath the next level of support. Because if it breaks that support, then we're probably getting a reversal like we did in the past and price goes to the downside. But if it doesn't, it'll use it as support and continue to push up. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at right there. All right, but TP1 has hit, so you guys should have got a nice move out of that trade right there. Okay, should have got a nice move out of that trade right there. Again, I'm live every Tuesday, 8:45 a.m. Today was 9:25, but 8:45 every Tuesday on YouTube, guys, and Instagram as well. All right, so let's see how these next couple of candles close. That'll let me know if I should go ahead and close out, or if I should stay in the trade right now. Okay, but either way, we'll see what type of move we get here. Okay, so that one just closed. There might be support, but let's see. Now, here's what I'm looking for. We had price come up here. We see that it's trying to find support, but now it has to break past this level because we see we just have rejection here, right? So now it has to break past this level here for me to feel confident that it can break past this resistance. Remember, resistance is your ceiling, right? So if I throw, let's say that this is my ceiling. If I throw the ball to the ceiling, the next reaction is for the ball to bounce down, right? So look at what price did. When price came up to this ceiling here, what did it do? It came down, right? So what I'm looking for is this a ceiling here where price comes back to this level. Is it going to come down, or is price going to break through? If it breaks through, then that tells me that this level of resistance is no longer as strong as it was in the past. All right, so let's see what we get. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten up a little bit more on my stop loss, right? Because I see where it's trying to find support, which was right here. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up on my stop loss right there. 19,428.25 is where I tightened up on my stop loss. Now let's see. If we break past this wick right here, guys, then that's a good sign. That's a great sign if we break past this wick. But if we don't, then we're probably coming and reversing to the downside. Okay, reversing to the downside. So let's see what happens. Let's see what these next two candles give us. Can we break through, or are we done for the move for today? What would it be? What will it be? Okay, 9 seconds left on this candle. So we didn't break through yet. All right, so now this next candle might be a rejection. Be prepared for that. It might be a rejection. Okay, if it closes out red and it's a rejection, I'm going to close out. If it closes out red, I'm going to close out. Okay. Yep, there it is. That's the rejection right there. That's the rejection right there. See, 30 seconds, but I'm going to let it close, though. I'm going to let it close. Okay? I'm going to let it close. Because it could be a fake out and find support again. So I'm just going to let it play out. All right, I'm stopped out, and I'm out. So good day, guys. Good day. All right, so we didn't get what we wanted here on the downside, but that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And we took it up to the upside right here. We entered here, and we took it all the way up here. Okay, so price is ranging very strongly today. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Any questions, comments, or concerns, guys? Any questions, comments, or concerns? Nope. We're good? All right. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. And I'll see you guys next week. Everybody in the academy, of course, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And actually, I'll be live here tomorrow, but I'll be trading binary options tomorrow, guys. So for those of you all that want to tap in with me with that, feel free to do so. I'll be live on for binary options. Okay. So go ahead and join the Telegram channel. Make sure you like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys for locking in with me. Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep this thing moving. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right. Peace.